Hi guys, so welcome back to the channel. I'm Barry. Today's video is slightly different. I'm coming from a different location. I'm actually at work at the moment. I work here in the Glen Community Garden, a garden set up in the north side of the city in a suburb called the Glen, which would be seen as a disadvantaged area. It was set up back in 2009 as a response to the Glen being what's known as a food desert. So back in 2009 there wouldn't have been a local supermarket or a cafe in this area, so that for locals to have access to healthy fresh food, a group of volunteers came together and set up this community garden with the support of the Health Action Zone. This garden is run, it's on a campus belong to the Community Resource Centre, so it's spread out around the campus. Here there's creches, there's a school, there's all-weather pitches and some sports activities here all on this area, and the garden is spread out throughout that, and it's run by a community health worker. It has myself, a community gardener, and a team of volunteers that look after it. So my intention going forward is to make a series of videos just outlining the importance of community gardening and how that can build resilience into communities and build personal resilience. So for me, living in the city here, I didn't have access to a garden where I lived. I lived in an apartment. I was passionate about horticulture, so I needed somewhere that I could grow food and get involved and meet like-minded people and learn the skills and of gardening and just different skills that you pick up, like recipes, things like that, that you just pick up by being involved with a garden. And community garden is a great way to learn. So I've been leaning towards this type of work for the past number of years. I worked primarily as a carpenter for most of my early life in my 20s, making a change to teaching martial arts in my mid-20s. So I've been teaching martial arts and working with people for the last nearly 15 years. I'm absolutely passionate about it. I absolutely love working with people, watching them learn new things, and that kind of opened the door to wanting to work more in the community. I've also been passionate about gardening and horticulture, and since I got my PDC back in 2013, I started volunteering on different projects around my own community here in Cork. This being one of the projects I volunteered on. So when a position came up, they were looking for a community gardener here. I had been already volunteering here, and I recently went back to college to study mental health in the community, and with the education in permaculture I got the job here, which I absolutely love. I don't feel like I'm going to work. I'm doing something I'm passionate about during the day. I'm teaching classes at night. It's a win-win for me. A lot of the time people aren't aware of what is even going on in their own community. Like going back to, as I was saying, when I first started getting involved and wanted to get involved in the community, it was very hard for me. I didn't know what was going on, where community gardens were in my local area. So sometimes you really have to dig, and it's a matter of just finding the one person that could signpost you in the right direction. So there are some amazing services here in Cork once you get linked in with the right people and the right group. So once you get linked in the first place, you can be signposted from one thing to another. So not only was I volunteering here in this garden, there was a lot of other projects that were going on throughout the Cork's north side where I was helping out here or there, and then you'd go to one place and you might be planting a bed of bulbs at a signpost in one area, and then you hear about, oh, we're starting a beekeeping project on the roof of this building over here, and you might get involved there. And all the time you're building up a network and building up new people, and you're learning from everyone that you meet along the way. And for me, you can only learn so much from books and from videos online. there's nothing better than actually getting out into the world and meeting people and asking questions and talking to people, sharing knowledge like we've been doing for thousands of years. For me, that's the best way to learn. I know everyone learns differently, but for me, I love that face-to-face interaction. Like I said, I'm doing a course at the moment, and because of the pandemic, it's online, and I'm struggling a lot with it. It's quite difficult when you're doing things online. But again, we're resilient people, like humans, so we just get on with it and we make the most, and we get through it no matter what. So my plan is to make a number of videos just talking about the importance of community and community gardening, and the importance of gardens in the community and what they bring, such as the benefits for mental health, social inclusion and things like that, and just giving people access to spaces where they can come together, meet and grow. So if this type of content based around community gardening is something that interests you, I'd love to hear about it in the comment section so I can make more of it. I will be making a couple of videos in the next few weeks based around this garden, giving a little tour and talking about how community garden can facilitate mental health as well, something I'm very passionate about. So thanks guys for watching, and I'll see you all soon. Bye.